Today I'm talking with members of the Vernon County Health Department discussing Vernon County and COVID-19 after the Supreme Court's ruling to not follow the safer at home orders. So what all can be open at this time? Is there a blanket for all the businesses?
This is there. Yes, they can all be open.
So should we continue to follow the previous guidelines that were put in place by the governor previously, even though they've been overturned by the Supreme Court?
We can't use the safer at home and we can't use the Badger bounce back plans anymore. But we certainly do encourage folks to practice the steps that were taken before, the social distancing and the hand washing and the wearing of the mask.
Are you surprised at the continuous number of positive cases that Vernon County is getting daily compared to what we had earlier in the month?
I guess I can answer that. Yes, we are somewhat surprised, although we knew it was going to happen. For a long time, Vernon County was at 0, and then we started to get 1 or 2, and now we've increased to 8. So we're seeing an increase in the positive cases coming in, and the health department continues to investigate, contact people so that they can provide some guidance to them for their caring for themselves.
I'd like to add to that, and that kind of goes back to your previous question, Ashley. With the increase in cases that we're seeing, that's why it's so critical to continue to follow the practices that we've had in place. The hand washing, the social distancing, the face coverings, that sort of thing. Now with this being kind of put in the hands of the county and the local municipalities, it's more important now, well, as important now as it always has been, to continue this safe practices with these rising cases. If we stop practicing these measures, it's going to continue to get worse at a much higher rate, I think. I mean, it's imperative that we continue with our policies that we've had in place to this point.
Are there any projections of the numbers that might increase now that we have opened up the state with no safer at home? What is the projection of the curve looking like now?
Well, we really don't have any projections, at least for Vernon County. Just crossing our fingers that they don't go up. No, we don't have the order in place.
Is there any chances sports or recreational activities are going to be able to happen this summer?
This is Justin again. All I can speak to that is I saw on the Park and Rec Facebook page earlier today that they are continuing with the Park and Rec programs to begin June 15th. So we haven't had any direct communication with the department on that, but based on their Facebook page, it does look like they're going to continue with the Park and Rec programs.
Okay, and then moving forward to larger scale events, some of them in the fall that are big ones in our county, like the fair, do you think there's still a chance that events like that will take place?
In talking with people that are involved with that, all I can speak to is currently they have not made, Vernon County Fair is still on. There's not been, it's not been canceled at this point. That's a moving target. That'll be evaluated probably on a fairly regular basis, and we won't know until much closer to the fair whether or not it's going to happen or not. So I wish I had a better answer for you on that, but that's a ways out there, and we'll just have to wait and see what the numbers look like closer to the fall.
Do you think it ever will go back to normal before COVID-19, or do you think we're going to start living in a new state of normal?
This is Beth. I think it's going to be a new normal probably for a while.
At least until there's a vaccine.
Yes.
What are you recommending on travel, be it staying in the county, or are we allowed to go around the county and maybe to other states?
Well, this is Beth. We can't stop you from traveling, but we're really suggesting that you be careful when you do travel and stay out of those viral hotspots, because there are a lot of hotspots in Wisconsin and, of course, out of state as well. So I think just, check it out before you leave.
Speaking of other counties and traveling, what are other counties saying on what happened with the Supreme Court? Are we on similar pages to the surrounding counties?
Absolutely, we are. We've all done the guidance news releases. Yes, we are all on the same page for now.
What would you recommend to local businesses right now trying to start up?
Actually, I just want to say that for the businesses, they need to go to the Read It site because there's all kinds of good information there on reopening and how the guidance that they should be using. And that's all we've got right now as far as guidance is concerned is Read It guidance.
One thing that's helped me be a little more hopeful today is when you see what businesses are doing in reopening. A lot of the businesses are making the best decisions they can. You know, they're some of them are staying at carryout. You know, some of the restaurants are staying at carryout. Some are opening up with a very limited dining space. You know, some of the businesses aren't changing the procedures today over what they were a few days ago, and it's nice to see that because the worst thing we can do right now is go back to the way things were in, you know, early March. We have to stay aware of what's going on, and don't just because the order was lifted does not mean we're safe right now. We have to continue to practice these social distancing and the hygiene. Without that, we're going to have a big problem on our hands.
I've been in, you know, some of the businesses here in town, and we cannot stress enough that they should be wearing masks. And if they don't have any or don't have any place to find them, we do have a limited supply here at the EOC. People can call us, and we can make sure that they get these masks. And we've got any number of people that are making masks for us, and we also have some available for children. So we cannot stress that enough, that they need to be wearing these masks.
If you need to call the Vernon County Health Department, call 637-5299.